Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. So I am sitting on the boat getting it ready for Bugs Island this weekend with Angler's Choice, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update on two things. First being the 6th Sense through line swim bait head, and second is actually going to be this Shimano Vanford spinning reel. I did a video last week on some of the new baits that I got from acmtackle.com, and I hadn't had the chance to go out and truly put these 6th Sense through lines to the test. But over the last week, I was able to do that, and I was very, very impressed. So to reiterate on these 6th Sense jig heads real quick, if you missed the last video, they come in 3 different sizes. They have a 3/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, and 3/16. Those are at least the sizes that I got. And what's really neat about them is that it allows this bait to swing free. So once you hook a fish, if you're fishing some of the heavier weights, it creates a bigger pendulum for those fish to swing, and it's really easy for them to throw the bait, especially in the summertime when they're super active. I wanted to give these a try just as an alternate method and to see if I could up my catch percentage, and so far very impressed. I'm fishing the bigger of the two heads on a 7.4 medium heavy 15-pound fluorocarbon. This is the 1/2 ounce, and a size 6 treble hook. And I'll put a swim bait on here ranging from 3/8 to 4/8. I haven't tried anything bigger yet, but I'm sure it would be just fine. And I actually ran into a really healthy fish with this setup just the other day. God, that was awesome. Oh, good pass, dude. Yeah. Let's go. That's a big fish. Giant. Oh, he smoked that freaking line through too, boy. It's probably a 5-something. Pretty fish. See you, buddy. Basically all I was doing when I was out there was using the live scope to find any bait balls on main lake points, and when I saw them I was just pulling this bait through those bait balls and then obviously through any sort of cover or brush piles that I could see out on the point. I think a key thing to keep in mind when you're throwing something like this and you're watching them on the scope, or even if you don't have live scope at all and you just are fishing offshore or deeper, I really think that getting their attention by working it extremely erratically through the water and then slowing down and giving them like a normal slow presentation is where I get most of my bites. Like, I'll work this thing like crazy with the rod and then I'll get the fish's attention, it's behind it, it's studying it, and then I either just pendulum it or just barely reel it and just let it slowly swim through the water, and that seems to be when they're eating it best right now. So definitely keep that in mind, especially with the heavier one. This is what I'm going to use for the deeper fish or fishing through bait balls. I think that being able to follow this on live scope and just to be able to make quick casts and get it down deep enough is more important than just slow rolling it under a bait ball. So after I got away from some of the bait ball fish, I was focusing on brush piles. Just on main lake points. Like, I'd see the bait fish and then I would obviously mark brush piles or brush piles that I had marked. If I saw fish in them, I would downsize to this 2/8 or 3/3 in the 3/16 ounce head. And I actually went with a really small treble hook on this one too. I think this is like a size 8 or something, and I even kept that on a split ring just so I can offset it back a little bit on the bait. But same deal with this one. I'm casting over top of a brush pile, aiming for those fish that I can see a little bit deeper in the brush pile or sitting on top, preferably. But working it really erratically over the top of it till I could get the fish's attention, and then just slowing it down, penduluming the bait a little bit more, and just giving it that slow, steady retrieve. And I actually got bit a few times. I don't have clips of all of them, but the one that I did catch was a very good fight. Probably one of the hardest fighting fish that I've caught in a very long time for its size. Okay. That doesn't seem small. That was sick. Couldn't see how big it was, but it looked like. I mean, this thing has so much freaking weight behind it. Oh, that's big. That's big. Not bad. Love it. Are you kidding me? Why do you have so much power? Man, this dude has like, he's like 5 or 6 pounds. Gotcha. That is a healthy fish. That was a crazy fight for like probably 6-pounder. Good one for sure. Pretty fish. Goodbye. So I'm throwing the smaller of the two around on a 7-foot medium. I've got 15-pound braid going to 10-pound fluorocarbon, but I could probably downsize that. Also, don't pay attention to my 1-foot leader right now. That's the setup that I'm throwing this thing on. It is super sick, and honestly, this new reel that I got, the Shimano Vanford, by far the nicest spinning reel that I've ever used. It's extremely light. It feels like it's well built. Every cast feels perfect. I don't have any issues with it, you know, getting line over the top when you're closing the bail, or even line twist. Like, there's no issue with this thing at all. And I went with the 2500 size. That's just what I feel I'm most comfortable with, but you can use 3000 or 4000. I know a lot of pros are using the bigger sized reels, but I really like this little 2500. And I think it'll get the job done for the rest of the summer, and along with, you know, all the finesse fishing that's coming up. If you guys are looking for any of these, whether it's the Shimano Vanford or these 6th Sense through line heads, I'm going to leave them linked down in the description below. You can pick them up over at acmtackle.com. If you use my code SB10, you'll save yourself 10% off your entire order. But got to get this boat ready for Bugs Island this weekend. Just wanted to fill you guys in and give you a little update on those through lines and that reel, but really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on Angler's Choice's YouTube channel. See you on the next one.